In last session, we people have discussed about impact of GST on agriculture sector, including COVID, impact of GST on Indian economy, as well as impact of GST on Indian consumer. So we have observed in last session that how this GST has influenced consumer, Indian economy, and agriculture, and in the light of COVID, impact of COVID, how COVID is influencing these three sectors. Later on in this coming session, just we will discuss about the impact of GST on FMCG, which is very important, fast moving consumer products. Impact of GST on FMCG, it is very important. It is called marketing terms. It is marketing term fast moving consumer goods. Means this is the goods which is very essential for livelihood. And in this impact of GST on these things, first is to be discussed, that is reduction in logistic cost. Reduction in logistic cost means FMCG sector would also benefit from GST in the form of saving a considerable amount of expenses on logistic. Distribution cost of FMCG sector currently amount to 2 to 7% of total cost, which is expected to drop to 1.5% after implementation of GST. Just imagine this total reduction of at least 2%. 2% is a significant amount. Means after implementation of GST, the logistic cost will be minimized. If logistic cost under logistic, your transportation, warehousing, everything will be there. So under this, you will be getting benefited. So under this particular things, logistic cost will be minimized and customer will be getting benefited. Second option, impact of GST on FMCG, stock transfer. Earlier, I would like to say it is to be noted that the GST framework was intended to tax on interstate stock transfer and non-intrastate stock transfer. Additionally, with respect to the valuation of stock transfer, the GST valuation rules provide that the value of goods shall be the transactions value. Earlier, any products within the state has been transferred, you have to pay GST. Interstate transfer, you have to pay GST. But in this particular provision of this particular your GST, within the state, if any transfer of stock is there, there will not be any kinds of GST. And it will be duly considerable that means tax only interstate stock transfer. Means if tax transfer one state to another state, then this will be there. Otherwise, no, this is the things. And stock transfer also there, so this will be the benefited for the particular consumer. Now see, GST rate on FMCG. See, GST rate, see, milk, egg, curd, paneer, wheat, rice, oat, fresh vegetables. GST rate is net if it is fresh, no consent product, it is fresh item. Direct farms to consumer. GST rate 5% on branded paneer, honey, frozen vegetables, fried areas, nuts, like that. 5% GST is there. And 12% GST on butter, ghee, cheese, dry fruits. Means product is same. See, milk is same, egg, fruits, paneer, everything is same. But if this is branded one, you have to pay 5% GST. And it is go for the butter, ghee, and ghee, paneer, and many more. You have to pay 12% GST. If you are the person purchasing these all eggs, milk, fruit, paneer, and many more, rice, wheats, fresh vegetable direct from the farmers, that you need not pay any kinds of GST. This ultimately with the GST you will be promoted. You will be matlab ki producer will be promoted. Middlemen, those who are further purchasing some commodity, this commodity for further process, they have to pay the GST. You are purchasing the branded items, you have to pay the GST, but GST will not be paid when you are purchasing the fresh item. So this is a very good sign of the particular GST. Now you will see that new tax rate under GST impact on major FMCG products. On slide, it is see that GST is very important. On detergents, previous tax was 23% and currently it is 28%. Hindustan Unilever Limited, Procter and Gamble, Procter and Gamble, uh, Jyoti Laboratories, it is there. So no problem. Means GST had been increased slightly in detergent. Shampoo you will see earlier it was 24 to 25. Now it is 28. Price had been increased, and in this particular rate, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Procter and Gamble, Dabur, Himalaya, Patanjali, and all things come. Sanitary napkins earlier it was 10 to 11% on VAT. Now it is 18%. Skincare earlier it was 24 to 25%. Now 28%. Hair dyers 23 to 28%. Now it is 28%. No significant impact. Ayurvedic medicine. This is very important for the discussion. That earlier 7 to 10% GST rate was there. Now it is 12%. Dabur, Imami, these all come. Toothpaste, soap, hair oil, earlier 22 to 24%, now it is 18%. Price of the such commodity has been reduced. Paints 25 to 26%, now 28%. Means uh, branded paneer 3.4 to now 5%. Butter, ghee, cheese 4.5% to 12%. So as for observation of this figure, it is identified there is no significant impact on the FMCG. Earlier, what was the rate? Now this is the rate. There is very slightly change, very slight change, not much. If you are purchasing the same item from the crude and fresh one, you will not pay. You need not pay GST. Otherwise, this is the rate you will have to pay GST. Now, impact of GST on banking sector. It is very important on banking sector. This under banking and financial sector and insurance, better credit across goods and services can be provided after GST. Increase in the credit pool due to availability of GST credit on purchase of goods. Interest on loan expected to be taxed under GST. If you are getting the interest on the loan, you have to pay for the GST. Means banking and financial sectors, there will not be very significant impact on the GST. Now coming to the meanings, entertainment and hospitality is it very important to understand. Eliminates multi-city of taxes. So many taxes for entertainment take, hospitality tax, uh, this tax, that tax, in the particular environmental tax. So many tax were there, but here now only one tax, GST rate. This is very helpful. GST will prevent cascading of tax, resulting increased profit of companies in this sector. Means companies' profit will be ultimately will increase. Simplify levy and valuation on composite transaction. This will also be increased. Thus, will reduce challenges, reduces the cost faced by the companies on the sector. Means company will also get benefits of the particular GST. But questions arise. If COVID is there, then this company will be benefited. Entertainment company totally banned, totally stopped. Hospitality like your hotels, restaurant, other spots where you go for the entertainment, it is totally closed. So if it is totally closed, no revenue has been generated to the government, and this sector also has been very badly affected by the particular your COVID-19. And banking and financial sector is so is moving on. There is no significant impact of the COVID and banking and financial sector, but entertainment and hospitality sector had been badly influenced with the particular GST. Now, second, we have to discuss about the next things, that impact of GST on automobile sector and pharmaceutical industry. Automobile sector and pharmaceutical industry. This is very important to understand. After this particular GST, I'm happy to say Tata Motor cuts percentage of value of its price at least 2.17 lakh. Means Tata Motors price has been reduced after GST. Renault's very popular car, it has reduced its price up to 7%. Mahindra cut its price of its SUV model by 6.9%. TVS Motors sales price by up to 4,150. Means this is the branded product has been cut its price. About luxury cars like Mercedes Benz, BMW, Audi get a bit more affordable up to 10 to 10 lakh. 10% to 10 lakh price has been cut down to particular these branded products. Maruti and Hero Motor also cut its price between 23,000 to 23,400, which automobile sector. After GST, people are saying there is the bad sign of the automobile sector, no sales of the automobile. But after GST, at least price has been sustained. What about the COVID? Due to this COVID, automobile sector's price can be increased, or there is less sales of automobile sector. No, there's no new vehicle selling. So this is the problem. Coming to the pharmaceutical industry, means in automobile sector, there's no significant impact of GST. Almost price has been reduced, but COVID has influenced a lot. Under the pharmaceutical industry, now essential drugs treaters like malaria, HIV, AIDS, means other tobacco, diabetes, this all medicines of all these particular come under 5% brackets. Almost all others were 12% brackets. Means earlier the tax of this all medicine, essential medicine like HIV, AIDS, your malaria, typhoid, diabetes, and many more. Earlier tax was 12%, but after GST tax is only 5%. So these people will also will getting benefited. Now medicines to be get closed here as a active pharmaceutical industry of raw material will be taxed on 80%. Reason why raw materials of this pharmaceutical industry tax is 18%. If 18% tax, there are some few medicines which is not very essential medicine, its price will be little bit increasing. But surprisingly, when this India is known, it's for yoga and Ayurvedic medicines. Yoga and Ayurvedic medicines, its price will be little bit increased by 12%. Means earlier it was only 4%, but now it is 12%. So see, 8% increases their Ayurvedic medicines, and I thanks to personally thanks to Patanjali, those who are just in the this circulation of this particular medicines. But Ayurvedic medicine will be slightly it is costlier, but it will benefit up to the consumer how they are just affording their medicine. But our pharmaceutical industry, there is the impact of this particular industry with COVID as well as your GST. But COVID has influenced a lot of pharmaceutical industry. All pharmaceutical industry running behind to produce the medicine which can cure the COVID. No one is focusing on Ayurvedic. No one is focusing on HIV and diabetes and other disease. Everyone is focusing running behind. And any company produce the medicines or vaccination for the COVID, that will that company will earn a lot. So under pharmaceutical industry, also this industry has influenced a lot in the particular COVID. Means there is an impact of COVID in automobile sectors as well as the pharmaceutical sector. Now next one is the education sector. All we are educated. I think participants of this particular things, everyone is just being a teacher. We are educated. We are associated with the academic backgrounds. So one thing, impact of GST on education sector, of course. Our country has more than 1.4 million schools, where more than 225 million students receiving their education. The country also hosts more than 36,000 higher education institutes. The government encouraged for the further development in the education system. Means distance education market in India is also growing exponentially, and your IGNOU and others providing this education. And the education sector in India can be divided into two broad categories. One is education provided by the public sector, and other is private sector, where both controlled by the central government or state government or local body. The ratio of public school and private school in India is 7 is to 5. 7 is to 5 ratio means almost it is around almost going to be after in around 2030 India Vision 2023 it will be affected. Now following education related services are exempt under GST. Curriculum related course material exempted from the GST. Assessment and examination fee exempted from the GST. The student administrative services such as registration, printing, academic, exempted from the GST. Excursion activity, field trip related to the course of study material, part of curriculum requirement for food and accommodation separate on those trips, all these are exempted from the particular GST. Means there is a good sign of the GST, means this all item is not covered under the particular GST. This is the particular benefit aspect to the particular system. Now, service provided by the education institution to the student, faculty and staff. If this service is provided to the students, staff or particular faculty, means transportation of student, faculty and staff will be free from GST. There will not be any kind of GST. Catering services, including any midday meal scheme sponsored of government, totally not covered under GST. Security or cleaning of the housekeeping services performed in the such education institute exempted from the GST. Service related to the admission to or conduct of examination by such institution up to higher education secondary school, it is totally exempted from the GST. Means government has take very good initiatives that this education sector has been exempted from the particular GST. Now, exemption has also been granted to the service provided by the IIM. Means service provided education institution like IIM, IIT will be exempted from the GST. Means service provided by the IIM, education services, like 2-year full-time residential PG program in management for postgraduate diploma in management admission in which grant is viva CAT. This is exempted from the GST. Fellowship program in management course exempted from the GST. 5-year integrated program conducted by any particular IIM or IIT will be totally exempted from the particular GST. So this is the point under the consideration. As an academician, we are just going to benefit it. Some things, some education provided by the below means are also exempted from the GST, like National Skill Development Corporation set by Indian government is providing such skill development program. This government initiative is Skill India, self-employment, provide employment. If they are providing this, ultimately this will be helpful to the particular nation. National Skill Development Corporation approved Sector Skill Council exempted from the GST. National Skill Development Corporation approved assessment agency exempted from the GST. The National Skill Development Program approved by the NSDC exempted from the GST. As a vocational skill development program approved under the National Skill Certification and Monetary Review Scheme exempted from the GST. Any scheme implemented by NSDC will be trained partners will be exempted from the GST. I mean, Skill India has been totally exempted from the GST. There will not be GST. So now you may ask the question, sir, everything is exempted from the GST in education sector. So what will be there in education sector where you will have to pay GST? Now see, some of the National Skill Development Corporation set by the Indian government all is exempted, but some services provided by this GST will be have to pay the GST. Number one, supplies provided by third parties like musical instrument, computer, sports equipment will be have to pay GST. After school activity offered directly by third party will be exempted from the GST. And food and accommodation supplied by the excursion and described uniform, stationery and other non-academic related item, you have to pay the GST at the rate of different rate on stationery. Yes, already we have discussed about. And some stationery rate you may see that child colors blockage current, no GST rate is there. Staple pencil sharpeners, GST rate is 18.68. And school bag 12.5%, now it is 18% plus 0.5. Foundation pen, earlier it was 18.13%, now 18% minus 13. Means you may see on the slide the rate of GST is there on the particular stationery. So on academic background is concerned, I would like to just say with you people that this is the GST impact on the academics, but impact of COVID-19 on academic sector. My dear friends, since second week of March, as I have already been discussed in the first session, that this Indian governments closed down all university, colleges, school till not for, till further notification means everything has been stopped. Online teaching method is there, everything is there. So just all this program is there, but school, colleges, IIM, IIT, university, your college, everything is closed. If everything is closed, so this is the sector. Education sector is badly affected by this COVID-19. Teaching and learning process has been badly influenced. We are going for the online teaching, but we are not trained in online teaching. The students are not well prepared. Teachers were not well prepared. In randomly, without any proper planning, everyone is at their home. Student is claiming that they are their hometown. They don't carry any instruments like your laptop, mobile, and many more. Everything they don't carry. Study material don't carry. Professors, teachers, those who are not device friendly, they will be getting problem while teaching. And my dear friend, teaching classroom teaching and learning when face-to-face communication with the students, it is marvelous and excellent teaching. Online teaching is there, but teaching in classroom is taste is different. So we have to move with this trend. Means our academic sector has been influenced by online teaching. Now, being a teacher, being a student of commerce and management and economics. Now see this. I just show you one. This is the Kuldeep agencies has provided the particular one bill to me. What do you see in this particular bill? Two things: SGST and CGST, which is exempted. Top point you see on arrow, blue arrow, GSTN number, right? And this is a pure bill. But problem is this: exempted GST will not be there. At least GST 0% must be there. So this is the one bill I would like to show, and I would like to show one fake bill. See, this is the manual bill. You go here and there, you will find the manual blanket 900, bedsheet this GST at the rate of 9. No GSTN number is there. If no GSTN number is there on bill, in previous slide you have seen that GSTN number is there. Means anything you are purchasing, you ask for the GSTN number. If GSTN number is there, ultimately it is good. If GSTN number is not there, ultimately it is fake bill. So such kinds of manual bill you should not pay the GST. If you are paying GST, this will be the back money to the particular shopkeeper. Now, being a students, now we must know how to calculate GST. This is very important. See, through this I would like to explain here. Suppose MRP of GST is your MRP is 100 rupees. If GST is 5%, see the GST calculation: 100 divided by 100 plus 5 multiplied by 100. Now it is 93.23. Means actual price is 93.23. Then margin of price is your GST price. Being a common people, being a teacher, being a student, just we must understand that anyone is charging the GST, how you are calculating it. First of all, we have to know the MRP and we have to know the particular rate of GST. Second point you see, GST rate is 12%, MRP is same. Now 100 divided by 112 means 100 plus 12 multiplied by 100. Now its price 89.23 and actual price is 89.28. Means what is the GST price? You can easily calculate 100 minus by 8.9.28. It will be your GST price. So this particular GST 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. So this is your GST rate. So this thing is the GST rate. Also, ultimately you have to cope up with, and being a student, just you must calculate it. This is a third session. I hope you people have enjoyed this with this particular view and my opinion. Thank you very much. And maybe I'm sorry for the inconvenience because everything is online and we are online. You are also online. So maybe in recorded some interruption may be there. So I'm very sorry for that. You must be ready for the GST. And in COVID period, you must be going ahead. With this view, thank you very much.